Hello, this is Mr. Bevan. Thank you for your attention as I describe the course selection process for next year. Course selections will be made through the online Aspen student portal, exactly how they've been done in the years past. This screencast will help you in the process of selecting the courses you will take for next year. Please listen carefully and watch the following demonstrations so that you may make the course selections you want. Before you log on to the student portal, you should first consider a few points. First, you should consult the Program of Studies, which is a description of all the courses available at Westwood High School. You can find the Program of Studies on the high school website. I can show you how. By rolling your cursor over the high school, go to the Guidance Department and drop down to Academic Resources. Under Academic Resources, the Program of Studies is the second item on a list of 3 here under General Information. You should consider your choices with your parents, your teachers, and your counselors. Your teachers have already made course recommendations for you for next year, relying on their experience with you as a student. In our experience, the most successful course selections are those that strike the balance of being challenging while also allowing the student to find the level of success that they will be satisfied with. Once you are familiar with the courses you would like to select, log on to the Aspen student portal. The link to Aspen is on the home page of the high school website. You log on by using your network username and password, the same username and password you use to log on to your school email account. When you are logged on to Aspen, you are able to view what courses your current teachers have recommended that you take next year. You do this by clicking on the My Info tab at the top of the screen, which we will see in a moment. Then click on the side tab that says Requests. The course selections you see reflect the recommendations your current teachers have made for you for next year. Let's take a look. Here's the front page for a fake student whose first name is Otis. By clicking on the My Info tab up here, you get to this My Details page, and on the left-hand side, by clicking on the Request side tab, you will see what course recommendations your teachers have made for this student, Otis. By reviewing these selections, the student can make a determination about whether or not they're all selections that they want to remain or make any changes to. Important to note that in this column here, under School Course and Course Number, you can understand what level course has been selected for you. So here, in the 4th digit of each of these designations indicates what level. So this math course, 2142, is a level 2 course, that 4th digit being a 2. The science course, 4943, the 4th digit is a 3, that is a level 3 course. And the foreign language course here, Spanish 4, 5142, the 4th digit is a 2, that is a level 2 course. So if Otis wanted to go in and make a change to this foreign language course, you would go into this column of selection buttons, click on the foreign languages selection button there, uncheck this one that it was checked for him, and then find a course that is more suitable. So if he was in a level 2 Spanish 4 course and wanted to go to a level 1 Spanish 4 course there, you would click that, and that change would be reflected here. Please note that if you choose a class that is at a different level than what your teacher has recommended, a guidance staff member will mail an override form home to you to be signed by a parent or guardian. The change will not be made in Aspen until you have turned this form in to your guidance counselor. Following these steps will allow you to select non-elective courses you would like to take for next year. Once you have made the course selections in the core content areas, that is math, science, English, social studies, and foreign languages, you must indicate your elective choices for next year. In Aspen, under primary requests, you will select your first choice elective, and under alternate requests, you will select 3 alternate elective choices. Please note that if you are a Learning Center student, choose Learning Center as your first choice elective. Also, please note if you are going into the 12th grade that you will be choosing either AP English or 2 English electives. If you choose 2 English electives, you will also be asked to choose 2 other alternates. Also important, and this is for everyone, please note that you have to check off the Post button at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen at the end of making your selections. Let's take a look. Here for Otis, he has no elective chosen, so at that point he would go into this selection column and choose a course that is his first choice elective. So here is a course in ceramics. If he wanted to see what other courses are available, he could click through using this right or left arrow, or by using this drop-down menu. Let's say that he would like to enroll in Ceramics 1. There, Ceramics 1 shows up in his primary request table. Additionally, he needs to go into the alternate request table to make his backup selections. So we can find 3 other courses that Otis might want to consider enrolling in case Ceramics 1 does not fit into his schedule. Here he can enroll in or choose as backups is Video Production, Chorus 1, and Concert Band 1. He can assign priority designations of 1, 2, and 3 for these. Alright. Of course, he might choose Concert Band 1 as his first priority and Chorus 1 as his third priority, or vice versa, however he'd like to do it. And those course backup offerings, all those alternate requests, show up here in this table. For a senior, a student who's going into their senior year, they need to make a selection in their English course, either that they would be choosing a single full year AP course or 2 English electives. Let's imagine that Otis is choosing 2 English electives. He would be doing that by clicking these 2, let's say here. You can tell that they are half-year single semester electives because they are represented by half credit, 2.5 credits here, whereas a full year English course for AP would be represented by a 5.0 there. By clicking OK, those changes would take place, and he would need to go into the English column down here, the English row down here in the alternate requests, to make choices for his backups. So you can make those choices by clicking here, similarly as above. And by clicking OK, those choices would show up here. In the same way as he made those selections for English, Otis would go in and make selections for social studies. He could enroll in either full year courses such as AP European History, AP Psych, AP Government, AP Gov, or any of these other 5.0 credit courses, or decide to take 2 half-year courses that are represented by 2.5 credits. You could check those off and then hit OK, and those courses would be represented there. And similarly, he would make these selections as backups and down in the alternate requests. At the end of that entire process, Otis needs to go in and click the Post button down here in the bottom left, and he is done. Finally, as you may know, we offer certain courses in hybrid and online formats. Let's talk first about hybrid courses. Hybrid courses meet in a classroom setting with their teacher only on some days of the cycle. On the other days of the cycle, students complete assignments independently or in an online forum. For a list of hybrid course offerings, please see the Program of Studies. Please note, hybrid courses are only open to seniors. At the top of your screen, you will notice a link to a quiz to help you determine if you're a good match for a hybrid course. Space is limited in the hybrid courses. If demand exceeds capacity, we employ a lottery system to fill those spaces. WHS students are also able to enroll in fully online courses through the Tech Online Academy. These courses are open to juniors and seniors only. Course descriptions are in the Program of Studies and include courses that we might not have enough enrollment to offer here. Please see your counselor if you are interested in taking any of these courses, as the registration process is different from our course selection process. So what do you need to do this week? The Aspen portal will be open from today, Monday, through the end of the day on Friday. Course selections must be completed by the end of the day on Friday. Students who miss the Friday deadline will be given last priority in scheduling, unfortunately. In April, you will receive a course confirmation sheet in the mail. Please check this sheet carefully for accuracy and let your counselor know if there are any errors. Also, please remember, when making your choices, consider your entire academic load and know that your choices that you make now are a commitment. It may be difficult, if not impossible, to make schedule changes in the fall. Also, please be thoughtful about the choices you make. The selections you make now will determine what the master schedule looks like in the fall. If you have questions, please see your counselor about course selection, or if you have trouble accessing Aspen.